just wanted to give you guys an update. Since my last video, so much has changed, and I do want to start getting back on my budget again. So basically this video is going to be about me explaining about my new budget for the rest of this year and for 2022. So if you're interested, hopefully it won't be too boring, but I just want to give you guys the inside scoop on my debt confession and really just my next steps on how I'm going to move forward. And I really hope it inspires you guys and you decide to subscribe if you're interested. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so where do I begin? So when I posted that video, I was literally making $15 an hour. And when I tell you guys, during the pandemic, I was struggling. Like literally, I didn't have money for food. I know it was really hard for me. My job was just not what I wanted to do. It was more so what someone else wanted me to do. So not only was I struggling financially, I was struggling mentally. I am definitely an emotional spender, an emotional eater, but we're not going to get there. I feel like one definitely played into the other because a lot of my debt, at least on my credit cards, is from Uber Eats and DoorDash, because I would just stay inside. So I would just make myself feel better by spending money, basically. That's what I was doing. So the debt that I had in that video, it's a little higher now. But I feel like when you're going into a new season of life, you need to unpack. You need to be self-aware. So this is me doing that, and I hope it inspires other people to be self-aware and unpack. So that way, when you go into your new season, whatever that may be, you know, you're coming without any weights on your shoulders. So that's pretty much that in terms of what happened to me last year. Just a lot of stress, a lot of figuring out myself, just like a lot of people during the pandemic. The job that I had, it was so stressful that I actually quit. I quit that job, the $15 hour job, and I went to go work at Amazon. Why did I go do that? Because the job was a government job. I did quit because I didn't want to work anywhere where I had to think. That's how stressed out I was. That's how, I was at my wit's end. I didn't want to think. I just wanted to make money to pay my bills. And since I worked there, I actually got a $1 raise. So I was actually getting paid $1 more to work at Amazon than where I was working before. And everything pretty much fell into place. The Amazon job was cool. I was still, dealing with what I was dealing with and still, accruing more debt. I bought a new car, still using my credit cards. I completely just depleted my sinking funds. I wasn't recording too much, but I reached a really high level in my sinking funds from, the stimulus checks and everything we were getting, and it was all literally gone. Like, my emotional spending was just like, it was really bad. After the Amazon job, I actually got a new job 6 months later, which is where I'm working now, and it's actually the highest job that I've ever gotten paid at, and I'm super blessed and super thankful. And I just want to be a testimony to some of you guys that, whatever you're going through, just keep the faith, keep praying, keep manifesting, or whatever it is that you believe in. Just keep trying, keep putting your job application out there. This season that you're in right now, it may not make sense, but it's preparing you for something a lot bigger than you could ever think of. So don't get discouraged. Talk to someone, seek a therapist. If you want to talk to me, always feel free to DM me. And just, it's so hard to say, but just try to know that things are gonna get better, because you survived 100% of your bad days, so you're gonna survive this for sure. I'll show you guys exactly my debt snowball and how that's gonna work and my current debt totals. Okay, so first one is our Fed loans. Just like the rest of you guys, we have been blessed, and I have to pay for it until January. And some people took advantage of it, and some people didn't. Unfortunately, I'm one of the few that happened. but it's okay. You know, this is why I'm making this video, is to be self-aware and to know where I start, because once I start tackling this debt, I'm going to be debt-free before I'm 30. That's my goal. I want to be debt-free before I'm 30, and I'm definitely going to get there. So during the pandemic, I actually, well, when I was going through the stress with my previous job, the $15 an hour job, it was actually in the government, but I wasn't happy, and I was thinking maybe I'll go into the medical field, and I decided to go back to school. Yes, I decided to go back to school and take out more loans. Yes, very, very bad decisions, because now it makes my road a little longer, but it's okay. We're gonna get there, you know. We're gonna get there. So my balance has increased since the last time, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get questions on my program. It was actually a rad tech program that I'm still might possibly finish, but it's gonna take some time. But at least I started. But the balance for that is $40,335. Should I put the cents? Yeah, actually, I'll put the cents. I'm gonna round up. And $36. So this much just for my Fed loans alone and nothing else. Yes, you guys are screaming. I am screaming too, but it's okay. It's okay. And the due date is January. Not quite sure what exactly the due date is, but we're just gonna put January because I know that's when they're gonna stop with, you know, those deferred payments. And the minimum payment, we're gonna leave that blank for now. Eventually we will be filling this out, but just for right now, we're gonna leave it blank. Now this next debt, my link key, this is actually my private student loan, which you've also seen on my previous video. And I'm happy to say this has gone down. I've been very dedicated to paying this down. No matter what craziness I was going through, I still wanted to pay this down. So my new balance for that is $25,558. And it is due on the 15th. And the minimum payment is $257.06. Yes, I know it down to the cents because this has been in the back of my mind. This is probably one of the biggest debts that I really would just I would just love to pay that off as soon as possible. And now on to the good stuff, my car loan. I did purchase a new car, and I actually got a pretty good deal out of it, even though it probably wasn't the right time, but I had a really good interest rate because I had a pretty good credit at the time before, you know, because I was on my debt journey prior to this. So let's see, the balance for that is $12,322. It's due on the 20th, and my minimum payment is $193. Well, let's say 194. We're gonna round it up. 194. Okay. And then this bad boy this is the culprit for me getting through my tough time. As you guys know, or you may not know, because I didn't post it, but I did actually pay all this off, like my credit cards. I didn't have a car loan at all. Only thing I had was student loans, and of course this balance was lower. But yeah, this Capital Red, I literally used that just to feed my depression, essentially. And we're gonna get rid of it. We're getting rid of it. It's gonna be history. It's past tense, and we're gonna move forward. But the starting balance for this is $3,500. Never in a million years would I have thought that I could even possibly put that much on a credit card. here I am. And the due date is the 11th, and my minimum payment is $88. Okay, moving on. And my Capital Blue, that's my other credit card. I didn't get a limit increase on this one, thank God, because I probably would have maxed it out, but my balance is $568. And the minimum payment, the due date is the 27th, and the minimum payment is $25. Okay, and now we're moving on to Best Buy. So I used Best Buy again during my, let's just call it my discovering period, where I discovered myself. During that period, I did actually purchase the iPad that we're using from Best Buy, and then of course this pen as well. So I have started paying that off, and that is down to $420, and that is due on the 12th. And the minimum payment is $34. Okay. And my last and final debt, and I say final because I am done living like this. I want to set myself up for the future. So this last and final debt that I have, besides a house, but that will be no time soon right now, is $212. And this is Affirm. I purchased a piece of furniture off of Walmart, and yeah, and that is actually due on the 21st, and that minimum payment is $18. Okay. Okay, now we're back. So I got the totals, and for all of our debts combined, our total balance for the month is $82,916. And looking at this number, honestly, I've been looking at this number for a while now, and it makes me cringe, but I feel super motivated to bring this down, and I'm going to bring this down. And our monthly payments, or the payments that I pay monthly currently, just for these debts alone, not even including rent or anything else, the monthly payment is $616 a month worth of debt that I pay. That's a lot of money. And I always think, what could I possibly do with $600 in a month? I could do a lot. I can go on vacation, I can save up money, I can do so much. So yeah, this was definitely a wake-up call for me. And my goal is, within the next 3 years, I want this to be completely gone. And I'm very excited on this journey, and I hope you guys join this journey with me. I actually forgot to add that, like I said, I did work at Amazon, and I currently still do work at Amazon. So now Amazon for me is my side hustle. So I also work full-time and I work part-time as well. So my part-time income will go straight to my sinking funds and my debt Snowball, and my full-time will just, budget out my normal bills and, just my living expenses. I will be shooting a video this Thursday, so you guys be on the lookout for that. You'll see me cash stuffing for my part-time and my full-time. This is my first video, so they just happen to be consecutively on the same day. But I will be posting my side income weekly on Thursdays, possibly Fridays, but I'm gonna aim for Thursdays. And we are gonna get out of this debt, okay? So I I can encourage someone out there, that's interested. If you're interested in joining my journey, feel free to subscribe, and we are going to get